Hey. Look, this sacred days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation, success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations, ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings, can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby, time that we spent was amazing. And I ain't trying to replace you, for you my mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of raps. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.
Yo, welcome back, Baller Central Pod. We are back once again, here to talk about some NBA, because a lot happened over the past week. We have a lot to talk about, but just a reminder, welcome back to the Baller Central channel. We are live right now on Facebook and Twitch. So hey, if you're here, feel free to set us up. Feel free to let us know what team you're repping, or we have a lot to talk about. Let us know how you feel about the current things you're talking about. Also, feel free to check us out on all our socials. Feel free to check us out on all our audio platforms if you love listening to stuff instead of watching stuff. We're also live on there. Check out our gaming channel with WWE 2K25 coming out next week, and I believe MLB is coming out a little bit after that. So it's going to be very busy over on the gaming channel, so make sure you put in notifications for us and on there for the type of content you love and want. So with that being said, hey, we have a lot to talk about. Before we get into that, John, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. Weird hat I got on. I got an Arizona Diamondbacks hat on. Kind of weird, kind of nice. My mom just came back from Phoenix, so got me a little souvenir. Very nice of her. Appreciate that. But yeah, no, I'm chilling. I can't wait to talk basketball. We'll probably, I haven't talked to Phil about it, but we'll probably talk more baseball come the summer months when football's scarce. But so I'm excited to continue to talk many sports. And like Phil said, mention your teams down in the comments. We'd love to get into a little live debate chat always,
or argument.
Argument. Why not?
Available to argue. Why not?
I'm coming for it today. Phil is later on the slate, but I see we can talk about my Knicks again. We haven't beat anybody lately, so I mean, it is what it is.
They're very popular. You know how New York media is.
Hey, I mean, dog. That's the storyline every year. There's always a team that is good that doesn't beat anybody, and right now it's the Knicks. So I mean, get it together. So Phil, I'm doing good. I'm hoping you're doing good. I'm gonna pass to you in a second, but yeah, dog, it's. I'm excited. I'm excited to continue to do these daily or weekly, and it's fun time. So, Phil, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Just got back from me and John's group of the Secret Santa trip. Mm-hmm. John, I believe. Oh yeah. So, Kyrie has your stuff. Reminder.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah. It was a nice trip. We had a fun time. It was nice. It was a nice place. So,
that's what's up.
Well needed trip. Hey, but like every week, back to business. Ready to get the ball going with Baller Central in the year 2025.
Did you get caught on a little Buffaloes? Did you get caught with a little Buffaloes?
I did not,
trip?
but
okay.
Hannah did call it on Waleed as soon as we got there.
Ooh,
our president is with us. So yeah,
that's what I mean. That's what I love about it. Phil, I was playing pool last night at Alenwich, and somebody was like, "Oh, Buffalo," and I was like, "You must be kidding." I was like, "Talk about a Cavs curse." You know what I'm talking about? Because outside of our group, I've never really heard somebody call Buffalo like that, and I was just like, okay. So I had to mention on the pod. It was a weird occurrence, and I don't know. So I mean, I'm excited to get into it, and later on we'll catch people on different drinking hands. That's what's up. I've always loved that, especially in our group. You know what I mean? That's the funnest drinking game because, like, realistically, it's about owning up to it. You know what I mean?
Right. We also played Trouble, so and you know how that went.
Who won Trouble? Tell me. You won Trouble.
The new guy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But he did not make it throughout the game, so yeah, that's a different story. But
all right. Well, yeah. Sorry about that.
So hey, let's get it going with the NBA talk. First off, we'll go bad news. The bad news first. Better news better. Later. Wemby out for the year with a blood clot in his shoulder. So very, very tough to hear.
Phil, I'm crying. Rip up my sticky note. I said Wemby Defensive Player of the Year. It's and you know what's funny
Actually,
about it?
both of us did. So that's both.
Oh, did we? Okay, sorry about
it. Me and you. So yeah.
It just, I really thought that was gonna happen. You know what? Next year for sure, if he doesn't get a blood clot, 1,000%. Yeah. And how scary is it? You got a blood clot in his shoulder or his arm or
shoulder?
Okay, so I'm not 100% on the medical, but yeah, he's somebody that I know can come back from this injury, and I know can do great things in the NBA. So I'm excited to see what happens with him. But
I'm glad they caught it early.
It's a disappointment.
Yeah, it's the same stuff that Chris Bosh went through.
Yep.
And Brandon Ingram when he's on the Lakers.
Yeah, I was gonna say there have been a couple other stories since Chris Bosh that have been positive because that's kind of what led to Chris Bosh retiring, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I think he did come back from it, but at the same time, he wasn't the same player. It was at the end of his career too, right?
Yeah. So Brandon Ingram is the most recent one that he actually was able to come back from it and be able to play. So yeah, he had during his Laker years. So and now he's on the Raptors. So yeah. Also, question number 1.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Do they tank for Mr. Cooper Flag out of Duke or whoever that they want to choose for the number 1 pick? Imagine Cooper Flag, De'Aaron Fox, and Wemby with Chris Paul's guidance.
I mean, that would be awesome. That'd be sick. I don't know if the Spurs are going to get the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Like, that's where like I'm glad you brought up the tank for Flag. I'm for I don't want to say I'm for tanking, but like.
Yeah,
you can't take in the NBA because it's a lottery system, so there's still a percentage that you might not get him.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean, you could trust the process like Philadelphia did, but look at how their process is going.
Yeah, and plus there's 8 worst teams in the NBA, lower than the Spurs, and the Sixers are one of them. So yeah,
that's one of the reasons why I bring it up. Do the Sixers also pull Joel Embiid off the floor and tank for Flag? I'm just wondering. I mean, once again, I think it's stupid to tank. I'd like to tank, but it just doesn't make any sense.
True.
What would you do? Who and any of these other teams that you think? I mean, there's always the smaller market teams that are in this because they have not great rosters to begin with for some of the part, but like Charlotte or who else is doing really, really bad this year? Is Portland in it?
They're doing better than the Spurs actually.
Okay, good for Portland. I'm sorry, Portland. Yeah. That's what's up.
But if I'm the Spurs, I'd tank, but I don't think I'd get the first pick just because the Wizards only have 10 wins and the Spurs have 24. So they'd have to take 14 more games and then have the Wizards win some games. So I doubt that would work. But I've heard it's a very, very good lottery this year. So I'd see what I could get because there's other like names in there. Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey. There's a lot of good names that you could take and get. And a guy from Texas that Kevin Durant mentioned.
I'm excited for him.
That Kenny told me about last night, Trey Johnson.
And if the Rutgers kids don't come back, they'll both go. Like Bailey will go top 5. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with it, but
yeah, I mean, he's been reported to go top 5. So yeah.
And to be honest with you, Phil, I don't mean to point out incompetencies in the NBA, but last year, I mean, at least at the start of this season, we saw the 2 best rookies get taken outside the lottery. So it's called do your research, scout. Like, why is it this hard?
Also, the Hawks rookie has been bouncing back ever since the All-Star break. He's been putting pretty good numbers. I think he might be better. He's definitely better than Alex Sarr. So
okay,
good for him. Because I think he's dropped like 3 30-point games. The Hawks rookie, Zachary Ricochet. So
yeah. I mean, I'm happy for him. I'd like Atlanta to get better. I'd like, you know what I mean? I'd like a lot of these teams that, you know, who struggled to improve and to get young talent in, because like, look at somebody like the Pistons. They're having a really good year this year, right? Last year, they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. You know what I mean? They've completely turned around with their young talent. So
right. So Also, just to follow back on a story we did maybe a while ago, the person who sold Wemby's jersey has some buyer remorse and wants it back.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's why I wanted to tell you.
I don't care. This buyer remorse?
Yeah.
So what, you got bad publicity and you didn't get enough money for it? Come on now.
Yeah, so he wants the jersey back. Or the guy who sold it wants it back.
Yeah, it's probably his dad. It's probably the dad of the kid. And how is he going to tell his son? By the way, there are pictures and everything of it. Like, I don't mean to be like that. Like, maybe he won't be known as, like, the kid who got his jersey stolen. But that dad or whoever put it online was just like, it made sense, I guess. But just because those tickets are so expensive to get on the court. Like, I'll never see an NBA game on the court unless we're famous, Phil. Like, unless we somehow hit the lottery or become mega, like,
media pass.
I mean, that would be amazing. I'd love to see it, Knicks. Come on now. But I mean, we probably will never get on respected either Garden's court. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate, but like,
never say never until it happens. Well, it's something Kevin Durant said. It's only delusional until it happens.
I like that, Katie. I like that.
Yeah, I mean that should be like most athletes, like what's it called? Most of their like point of view or their like way of thinking. Just because no one, if you don't have like, I think every sports athlete who wants to be great, they got to have some type of delusion in their confidence or way of thinking, because no one's gonna believe in you the way you are. So.
Did you see the Red Sox TikTok video? I don't mean to be like that, but they were like, if you could be anything other than a baseball player, what would you be? Phil, you know what half your team said?
What?
Golfers. What kind of delusion? I'm just saying. Phil, what kind of delusion do they think they're living?
I mean,
both involved. A professional golfer?
True, but if baseball swinging has to translate to something, it might be golf, right?
It might be
that or tennis.
Okay, valid, true.
Because swinging, so.
Tennis would also be sick. I think they would kill more in tennis, just with the
the strength, yeah,
and the endurance. But yeah,
okay.
I mean, Michael Jordan used to also be able to golf, so I mean, they might be onto something.
Yeah, because Michael Jordan did so great at baseball.
Hey, he had improvements. Terry Francona was his manager, all right, and you could see there were improvements. Although I think ESPN just did him dirty like that. No offense, I'm gonna be like that.
Yeah, but hey,
not ESPN.
Yeah. So. Also, Bobby Portis is suspended the rest of the year, not the playoffs, obviously, for having illegal substance in his body.
You think this is his fault? I don't mean to jump on you on this
question. Oh, yeah. No, it's not his fault. Just because the reports came out, the trainer gave him the wrong medication. So, basically, just to reference a different story, I don't know if you saw Inside the NBA lately, John, but Shaq said during the 1996 Olympics, he tested positive for cocaine, not from consuming or having cocaine in the system, because of a poppy seed muffin.
Yeah, that has been that has been going. Like, I'm not saying that happens a lot, but there are cases because the testing is it tries to dig so deep. You know what I mean? That it might catch you something like that.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, this was a type of instance of. Some items might have the same DNA or same parts of stuff that can be banned. So I'm guessing that's what happened with the trainer. He gave Bobby Portis a substance, the illegal substance, but had traces of substances that were illegal on the NBA.com like illegal substance page. So
I think that's bad on the training staff, though. I think
I agree.
They need to get it together. I'm not trying to I think I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. I just think that, like, if you're a doctor in the NBA, do you know what I mean? Take your job a little bit more seriously. Maybe they're paying these people, right? Like, doctors that we know of are, I mean,
and Bobby Portis is probably losing out on money because he has to miss the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Until playoffs.
Well, and also future money. Like, if you get like considerations for other things, you get more money for other things. So I'm not saying Bobby Portis is going to win MVP or something, but what I'm saying is you took away his chance of it. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't even have the option to try to work harder.
They're, like John said, incentives. If maybe he has an Iron Man clause in his contract where he has to play a certain number of games, or if the Bucks make the playoffs.
I would do over that.
Yeah, or if he gets a certain amount of points, if he gets a certain amount of rebounds, etc. There could be, we don't know what incentives he has in his contract, but that mess up by the trainer definitely messes up anything he has incentive-wise. So, yeah, shame on the training staff. They must have the San Francisco 49ers training staff at this point.
Maybe I was just like, and like,
Yeah.
Phil, I don't mean to, like I said, throw anyone under the bus, but Shaq said Phoenix's training staff changed his whole career. It gave him another 3 years. You know what I mean? So like,
if you mess up, you deserve to get thrown under the bus.
Yeah. And I mean, we're not spotlighting any positions. You know what I mean? We're just saying mistakes were made here, and we hope it doesn't happen again. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but hey, if someone does cost you a lump sum of money, you are getting thrown under the bus immediately.
Yeah.
Because like you would be upset if someone cost you like $2 million off of Iron Man contract for the NBA.
100%.
You missed the last 25 games, you're getting thrown under the bus. I want that position gone yesterday.
Yeah. Just it's kind of crazy to see it happen because like, and I'm not trying to change sports or anything, but like MLB has kind of the same policies when it comes to steroids. You know what I mean? There are people just trying to rehab and get back, and they can't take some steroids because it's a steroid. If it got caught in their system, they got tested, that'd be it for them, 90 days. You know what I mean? It does not matter. Or 60, I think it's 60 and then 90, but yeah, it doesn't matter. What do we got after this?
Okay. Speaking of positions and training staffs that work just as hard as the San Francisco 49ers, the 76ers, they definitely have they have their work cut out for them because more news comes out about Joel Embiid. Apparently, he needs to have knee injections before every game he plays. So things are just getting worse and worse for his health, his well-being. The Sixers keep losing games. Paul George said he is pausing any podcast episodes / socials.
Oh, is he?
Yep, so we can lock into the season, which it's probably a little too late for that.
Sure.
Because they're 12th in the East. They're close to the play-in, but not like I don't think they'll be a favorites if they do make it. But yeah, so they are 20. They're 20 and 38 in the East. They're 12th in the East, and they're about 2.5 games away from the Bulls for the 10th seed and for the play-in. So yeah, just everything's going wrong for the Sixers. A nightmare season. And as for Embiid and the Sixers, I think it's time to part ways. That his body is broken.
I'm going to go a step further here, Phil. I think the Sixers need to, and I don't mean to speak for the city of Philadelphia or South Jersey, but I think they need to sell their franchise. The ownership in the 76ers, you know who else they own?
Who?
The Commanders. There's a conflict of interest. And I don't mean to bring it up because this is stupid, but everyone else congratulated the Eagles on winning the Super Bowl. Minus who? The 76ers. It's just like
I didn't. Also fun fact, the Sixers have been winless ever since the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
So I mean, I'm just saying it's starting to add up a little bit. And I'd say sell when you can. And especially this season.
Yeah, they better sell when Embiid's there, because if Embiid's gone and Paul George's gone, it's just Maxey is going to be a lot harder to sell. You get a lot less money.
Well, and you have to re-sign Maxey to a max deal.
Yeah, so yeah, my thing is trade Paul George, trade Embiid, and just start over with Maxey and McCain, and take for Cooper Flag, or take for a top 3 or 5 pick. That guy with Maxey and McCain could do some damage.
I agree with you, except I wouldn't trade Embiid. I'd sit him for the rest of the season. He might be gone after this offseason, but I'm not trading him. I mean, the deadline already passed, I guess. But I mean, what I'm saying is,
trading offseason, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably when they would do it. But like, it's just, I'd sit him for the rest of the season, and I guess sit Paul George for the rest of the season. And you're right. I mean, in a sense, get rid of them. But like, I've always been a what is the price tag kind of guy. You know what I mean? Because people wanted Julius Randle out of New York for forever, but we waited and we got Karl Anthony Towns. And we barely gave up that much. We gave up Randall, DiVincenzo, and 2 firsts or whatever.
Yep.
For Karl Anthony Towns is having a great year. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying rush to trade on Embiid, but see what you can get. And if you can't get much, I mean, I hope they can get Cooper Flag in Philly. That's the only thing that saves them, right?
Yeah, they trusted the process for too long.
Way too long. I mean, people need to get fired at this point.
Yeah, I said they should have traded him when he won MVP.
I know you did say that.
That was when his value was the highest. He wasn't as injured. I felt you could have got a great compensation for someone who just came off an MVP.
Yeah, it just. I mean, I think it's the minor promises to these athletes. We prop them up and we want to make them stars and we want to make them champions in in our cities, respectively. And I mean, they had a lot of greats in Philadelphia, Dr. Dre, Allen Iverson, you know what I mean? Iggy, we go on, you know what I mean? But like the difference is winning that championship. You know what I mean? And that's the difference with the Knicks too. I mean, you had a lot of great Knicks. You know what I mean? Like, but like haven't won since the 70s. You know what I mean? That's it's tough. You know what I mean? It's tough when we talk about legacy. So,
but since we both hate the Sixers, good for them.
I mean, good for them. I mean, hey, trust your process. At the end of the day.
One less team we got to worry about in our division. So hey, it is what it is.
Big facts.
Join the Wizards in the basement.
They there?
I mean, after they might as well be. They're close.
We need to create a graphic of the basement because there are a couple teams that just
they have 10 they have 10 more wins than the Wizards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the Raptors have 2 less wins than the Sixers. So, yeah.
Bro, what is going on in Toronto? Do we need to start setting off alarm bells or something? What is going on?
Yeah, but hey, speaking of teams in the East, the Pistons, they just beat the Celtics last night. They're winning. They're on an 8-game win streak right now. And this was a team that had 14 wins total last year, and they got those 14 wins. They doubled it. It's doubled right now, and I believe they got like 28 or 27 before All-Star break. So, yeah, this team's showing great improvement. Cade Cunningham is turning into one of the best point guards in the league. He's been electric. And they don't even have Jaden Ivey. Jaden Duren has been going off. Malik Beasley has turned into one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Tobias Harris is playing better than Paul George. So, and JB Bickerstaff, he deserves a lot of credit for turning this team and culture around, going from 14 wins to 33 wins out of today. I mean, he deserves Coach of the Year honors as of right now.
He does. So, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Like you said, John, from last in the league to like 5th or 6th in the East.
It's crazy. And it's realistically it's because of the young talent who you're putting on the floor. And we haven't even seen Ivy yet. You know what I mean? He's going to be a spark come. I mean, if he doesn't happen this year, it'll be next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, Asar Thompson has been filling in that role as a young guy instead of Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Duren's still young. Ron Holland, their first-round pick from the G League Ignite, he's been here and there. We haven't seen much of him because he's been bouncing from the G League because they haven't been able to use him so far. But yeah, definitely a lot of potential. I believe if you add, I think they're missing an elite forward. If you add someone like a Lauri Markkanen or Scotty Barnes on that team,
they got bench spots are doing good. Like,
yep, they could be lethal. So speaking of people that can be lethal, Luka Doncic 2 days ago, the epic go-to matchup versus the Mavs, where Nico Harrison was in attendance. He dropped a triple-double, and they won. The Mavs made it a game, though. It was very close until like
it was close.
A couple minutes left in the fourth
quarter.
Quarter.
Pissed. I was at the bar. I was like, what is going on? Why is this a game?
It was like 91-91, like 5 minutes left, and then LeBron and Luka took over. Yeah. So, and then Luka Doncic joined LeBron and Westbrook as the only players in NBA history to drop a triple-double versus every team, because the last team Luka didn't drop a triple-double was against Dallas because he played for Dallas. So, yeah, I mean, that was a great game for Luka. Triple-double, he didn't shoot the ball very well, but everything else went well. LeBron, etc. But the Mavs, I mean, they showed that they had some fight. That defense was nice. They didn't have Lively, Gafford, or Anthony Davis. So if those three played, it might have been a different game. But
probably, I mean, with rebounding and a lot of different, especially on the Lakers, you would easily out rebound them. I don't mean to be like that. They just don't.
Absolutely.
They don't have that center. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially your top 3 big men out. Yeah.
But like
PJ Washington was like 0 for 9 as well. So
was he?
Yeah. He had 4 blocks though. If PJ Washington had 4 blocks, I can only imagine Anthony Davis, Gafford, and Lively.
But I like what the Lakers are doing. I like that they have Reeves. I like that LeBron's still there. I like that they got him another superstar, another person to just inject life into this team. And I think that's what Luka is. And I love that he beat Dallas. I hope he beats Dallas every single time he plays Dallas, because I've always liked that franchise until Finley took that beer out of his hand. Until Finley took that beer out of his hand, I've always loved Dallas until that happened. And that was after a huge playoff win, okay? And he was under the age of like 25. Like he was able to drink. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was the trip where they clinched the Western Conference Finals and they're heading to the finals.
Yeah,
because he had the T-shirt on, Western Conference Finals champion. Yeah,
and they took a beer out of his hand, like because they couldn't deal with the publicity because of Hookah Doncic 2 years earlier or whatever.
Yep.
Like, and it's insulting because yes, this kid's young. Yes, this kid's gonna make mistakes. Yes, this kid is gonna sometimes be overweight. Sometimes have to play into it. But act like Shaq hasn't done that. Act like a lot of
Jokic.
What?
No one's complaining. Nikola Jokic is a three-time MVP. I don't see anyone complaining about his size. He's not the most athletic guy looking out there.
No doubt. And I mean, you can come for Zion all you want, but that's the only reason people are coming for Zion is because he's so popular in social media. Popular on TikTok. He went to Duke. They see his size as something as an injury concern, but I mean, you rebound, you do what you need to do. If you get to the finals, you get to drink beer. Sorry about it, Dallas. It just, I'm happy. It's crazy to say, but I'm happy he's a Laker. It's crazy to say that.
I'm not, but
I know
that's because he's a Laker. But think about it, if Luka Doncic, who let's say was smoking hookah and was drinking, like you guys are portraying it to be as bad, if he's doing that and still taking you guys to the finals,
yeah.
I mean, shit.
Right.
I mean, are you complaining if this guy has been a MVP candidate for the last 2 or 3 years, and he's doing that while he's doing the bad stuff you guys are saying he's doing? Just imagine if he didn't.
It's not like I don't mean to be an alarmist, but Shaq won 3 finals, and no one was like, "Hey, work on your free throws. You might catch up to Hakeem." You know what I mean? Like nobody
Kobe
was
did.
like,
Kobe
Kobe, bro.
Kobe told him to lose
Kobe
weight.
Except feature, dog. Kobe was like, "I'm getting better, bro. I'm becoming him." But
Kobe's like, "You better lose weight. You better get in shape. You better
go
through practices."
And he was just like, "How about another bag of chips, please? Thank you very much."
Yep.
Oh, so which I mean, no knocks to Shaq. I think this is a compliment to Shaq because that's how he saw his game. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
he wasn't shamed. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
After he left the Lakers, he won a championship in Miami. Why? Because he was that good. Like, I don't know. It's aggravating. It's aggravating because, like, I still can't believe that trade happened. Phil, we're sitting here weeks after it, months after it. I still can't believe that trade happened.
Did you see the video of someone asking the NFL GMs what's the craziest trade you've seen recently? Everyone said Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was all NFL GMs actually.
The only other trade I can compare that to in the NFL is when the Saints traded all their draft picks for Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
That is the only one because you gave up 6 to 7 draft picks where the draft is so financially stable for franchises. You know what I mean? You sign rookies, they technically have to earn their place in the NFL before they get a big contract. And that's why it was dumb. You know what I mean? Even though you signed such a great player in Ricky Williams, you didn't have a team around him. You didn't have the offensive line, and that's why he didn't do well in New Orleans. So no trades have been that stupid in the NFL. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but
actually, I can name 2.
Okay, give me some. Give me another one.
Buffalo Bills trading for Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs, and Xavier Worthy.
I guess, and I hear
that was a joke. Obviously, it was more of a joke.
Oh yeah, no, but like overall, you're right. But like,
yeah,
no
imagine trading the guy that's been kick your ass for many years to
dude. They still do trades together. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, worthy, yeah.
Like, and I don't mean to be like that, but like, why would you gave him Xavier Worthy, who by the way had a great second half of the season, amazing second half of the season,
and great second half of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, Phil, I didn't even tell you this. I'm talking to my cousin out in San Francisco, right? She's a Chiefs fan, right? I'm talking to her about the Super Bowl. I was like, hey, thanks for understanding that I was annoyed because I was going to a Super Bowl party with a bunch of people that like weren't Giants fans. So like I don't know. It was fine. It was a good Super Bowl party. But what I'm saying is she had to endure 40-22, right? And I'm thinking, it must have been horrible, right? Guess how much money she won, Phil?
How much?
A lot of over $1,000. She won over $1,000 on that Super Bowl.
The squares.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was the fourth quarter prediction. She had 0 and 2.
must be nice.
I'm like, how's it feel to be better than somebody who tries it? You know what I mean? How does it feel? You know what I mean? She was like, amazing. She's hierarchy in the family. I'm just saying, crazy.
Nice, good for her.
Facts.
We got two
I'm
more.
not trying to put people's business out there. I'm just saying, like,
hey, that's a great win. So hey,
yeah,
great win. But speaking of Luka in the finals, the other side of the coin, Jayson Tatum. He's always in the news because superstar, everyone hates the Celtics, etc. But he was asked, "Do you feel sometimes unappreciated by the league and so their socials?" And he pretty much said, "Yeah," just because he said, "I have a great resume." So at the age of 26, not a lot of people have my resume, and sometimes I feel like I'm passed on by, the fans and others in the NBA of, greatness, or why can't I be the face, or why can't I be this and this and this, when they say other players who don't have my resume are this and this and this. So, I mean,
what do you think of the response? What do you think of the response?
Well, honestly, I mean, he's not wrong. Just because at the age of 26, he has a great resume.
Sure.
He's a 2 or 3-time Olympic champion. He's an NBA champion as well.
Sure.
He's been to the Eastern Conference, I think, 6 out of 8 times. What else? I did make a video about this as well, like a short video. But
but what do you feel about the response? Like,
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, he said, and usually Jayson Tatum, you don't see him talk much in the media. He's like, and they roast him for being quiet. But now when he wants to talk and give his opinion, they roast him right back. I think it's one of those scenarios: damned if you do, damned if you don't. Damned if you give your opinion, damned if you don't. But with someone with his resume at the age of 26, like I said, and what he said, I mean, he's right. I've seen the internet torch him, and just because of random cringy BS reasons. Because I don't know if you saw the photo of Jalen Hurts after the Super Bowl with the confetti around him. Sleeper HQ, like the Sleeper app, they retweeted it, and they said, "Oh, this is the aura that Jayson Tatum wish he had." Like, this has nothing to do with the NBA. This is about the NFL. Why is Jayson Tatum's name being brought into this? Like, he just gets constant hate for being cringy, I guess.
Sure. I mean, hey, time out on the play real quick. Not going to come in his Olympic thing, although he didn't do much this summer. Congrats on his gold medal. I'm just saying. He did enough to be on the team. He did enough. I mean, that's coaching. That's bad coaching. And that's what I want to put out there with Steve Kerr. But secondly, as the resident Jayson Tatum hater, I get it in a way. He's from Boston. Plays on a great team. He's a young guy. He wanted to be Kobe. Who doesn't want to be Kobe? You know what I mean? Like, I totally get it. I think realistically his whole journey that I've watched, he's gotten better. He's gotten better playing basketball. He's gotten better dealing with the media. He's gotten better X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Like, when they won the championship, did he quote some greats? Yeah, he quoted greats. There should be nothing wrong with that. He's a fan of the game, and I love to see it. On top of it, he's a great dad. You know what I mean? On top of his community service or whatever else he does. So, I mean, one of the things that kind of made me smile in this week too with Jayson Tatum was I just saw him on this Boston TikTok account. Did you see that? What?
It was a donut shop, I think.
Yeah. And it was hilarious. It was hilarious. I think they're like Boston Italians or something. I can't exactly remember the name.
Oh, is it like two big guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about.
And then they bring in someone from New York always. You know what I mean? Because like we love that dynamic. So
I know.
We'll shout them out again later when I get the full name of it. But I saw him on that, and I was like, how many players do that? You know what I mean? Like, how many players go out of their way to appease fans that are in their own city that, you know what I mean? Like, that's so, like, I don't know. It was just a cool moment. And I mean, I will continue hate on Jayson Tatum, but and this might be a great segue into the Knicks, but he's killed the Knicks all this year. This whole year. You want to watch good basketball? Watch Jayson Tatum play the Knicks. All right. It's not even close. I don't mean to, like, maybe he takes nights off after he plays the Knicks. I don't know. I don't watch it after that. Why? Because I can't turn on my TV because this dude put up 40. All right. And I'm sitting there like, what is going on? You know what I mean? And I'm screaming at the bar and I'm almost getting thrown out of my own bar. I'm just saying. I'm in New Jersey. Crazy. Not really. everyone's like, oh, it's okay, John, don't worry, have a shot, it'll be good. And I was just like, it won't be good. You watching Jayson Tatum right now, and then it's just like, I don't know, it's a lot for me, but I'd say realistically, Jayson Tatum, just grow more thick skin, dog. People are gonna hate on you no matter what. No matter what.
Just let the accolades
have 3 championships, 4 championships. People are gonna be like, you weren't better than Paul Pierce, who had 1. No offense. I don't mean to be like that, right?
I mean, technically, his career is already better than Paul Pierce.
That's you know what I mean? Like I'm not
one championship. Yeah.
Like he's somebody who, and I love Paul Pierce. I'm not trying to say he's not the truth. I'm just saying that the truth is, Jayson Tatum is a very freaking good basketball player that is still at the beginning parts of his
prime. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his prime, his journey, whatever you want to call it. I mean,
yeah, 26. Yeah.
He could play another 13 years. He could probably win 2 or 3 more championships. He could move to another team. He could win another championship.
Let's not say that.
I'm not saying he has to. I'm just saying if he ever wants to come to New York, the door's open, baby. Come on now. Come play in the guard. Your shot looks good. I'm just saying. Whatever. Sorry about it. Whatever. But no, I mean, realistically, that's my advice to him. Just get thicker skin. Who cares what people say about you? At the end of the day, it's the story you make, and yeah, that I'd say just do you, because I mean, I think this is very biased as a hater, but I think my favorite Jayson Tatum moment is probably him and his son in the locker room, and the interaction of that, and him being a dad, because that's cool moments. That's what created Steph Curry. That's what created, you know what I mean? Like, that's what created basketball greats, is being at work with their dad. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the future of it.
True. So let's talk about the people who have to deal with Jayson Tatum for probably a while.
Sure.
The Knicks. Yeah. So basically, a lot of people are calling them frauds online, just because they struggle with top teams and they have a 12-14 record versus teams above 500. And ever since a certain year, their defensive rate has been slipping, just because of players and such. So
their offensive rate is slipping. As a Knicks fan, they need to get it together.
Yeah. So, John, what are your thoughts on that?
Give me a second to pull this up real quick. I'll just pull up a game. Let's say pull up when they beat the 76ers only by 5 points. They should be blowing this team out. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We were debating in the chat. Biggest athletes. Josh Hart only had 7 points. All right, Josh Hart, get it together. You've been averaging over 10 all season. What's going on, dog? I mean, I'm just saying, he finally showed up, had 16 and 9. Congratulations. First time all year. All right, against the 76ers. Whatever. Who else we got? Oh, this rookie center who had 8 points, 2 rebounds. Yeah, I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. I think you need to give him more time, personally.
Well, yeah, he's out 4 to 6 weeks, by the way.
Of course he is. Of course he is. And that's how we are.
He tore his meniscus.
That game? Damn.
Yep.
Oh, sorry about it.
Hawkboard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see him back in the playoffs, hopefully, with Mitchell, who, by the way, did not play this game either. So, I mean,
yeah, he should be playing on Friday, I believe.
Yeah, whatever. I'm so done with this team. I mean, Brunson and Bridges went off in this game. That was great. Achua. Yeah.
Brunson had a huge fourth quarter.
3 for 6. I mean, NW was 5 for 15. We're paying this guy a lot of money. I don't mean to be like that, but and defense is slipping. So I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting kind of, but I'm not also, because you need to beat teams like Cleveland and Boston and OKC. And who's the second best team in the, did they beat the second best team in the West?
The Grizzlies?
Yeah, maybe once. I'm just saying, a lot of people don't talk, if you're going to bring up the 2 best teams from the East, and only one team from the West. You know, that's all I'm saying. I think they beat the Grizzlies once, maybe.
So they play the Grizzlies tomorrow.
Oh, look at that. We get to look forward to something.
And the Knicks blew up the Grizzlies by 37 on January 27th.
Cool. Do it again.
Yeah.
But I mean, Phil, you could say what you want about Tibbs. I like him. I think his dedication is there. I think partially it's also got to come down to the players too. You know what I mean? I love Josh Hart. I love his heart. Okay, he's the heart and soul of this team sometimes. You know what I mean? But that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean though?
But honestly, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but I do think he's the main reason.
Tibbs, go ahead. He don't play, but go ahead. Yeah.
I know, but going off of his tenure here, this is the most talented team he's had as a Knicks coach, right?
Sure.
The defensive rating has been slipping every single year, and we've seen great teams in the past not quite get it there with their current coach, but once they move on and reset the culture with a new coach, they got to where they're at. The Raptors, they moved on from their coach. The Celtics, they moved on. The Bucks, they moved on from their coach. We saw the Warriors move on from Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr.
The Bucks have been choking.
True.
Just putting that out there as well.
You're not wrong, because Mike Budenholzer is no longer the coach there. We see the Pistons turning things around with their new coach.
They have.
I just think that it's at this point you brought in all the talent you could. This is one of your best teams in recent years. I just think with the philosophy and with better minutes like throughout the organization, like I think last year was totally on Tibbs. Them running certain players like down the hill 40 minutes a game. I think you guys definitely would have wanted to beat the Pacers if you guys were healthy.
I blame Anunoby. I know I'm not trying to blame
players because he was hurt.
But that's it. It's not. Like what I'm saying is like he got hurt multiple times.
Yeah, because Tibbs was giving Luol Deng minutes.
No, he wasn't even getting that many minutes. He wasn't. I'm telling you, they were giving it to Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, and Brunson. Realistically, I'm not saying that Anunoby didn't deserve it. But what I'm saying is when he came over from the Raptors, was he completely healthy?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's on him. He needs to get his conditioning up. He needs to maybe. I'm not trying to put blame on the players. That's on me. I'm sorry if I'm doing that. I'm just saying that.
And sometimes you got to.
The Knicks really need, if we're being 100% honest with ourselves, is they need a center because Karl Anthony Towns is playing center right now. He's overcompensating for something that when he had I'm going to say his name wrong, but Gobert. Yeah, thank you. I was going to say Gortat. I'm an idiot. But when he had Gobert, that took a lot of pressure off of him, and he really elevated that Minnesota team to the point where that Minnesota team is missing him now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're realizing trading for Randall was a mistake, just because Karl Anthony Towns and Julius Randle might play power forward, but they play power forward very differently. Karl Anthony Towns is more new age. Randall's more old age. All right, and they already had the old age with their center, so it's just like it's there. We need a big man that's going to be healthy. We need health. All right, if Brunson and Towns and Hart and a lot of these guys cannot get hurt after playing so many minutes, I'm just saying there's a reason. Maybe it's conditioning. Maybe it's just the way they're eating. I don't know.
Yeah,
And I don't get wrong. Tibbs definitely is 25%. It's on Tibbs at the end of the day. If they don't win a championship the next 2 to 3 years, it's on Tibbs. They have a 2 to 3 year window.
Because I say that personally, just because Cat's having one of the best seasons of his career. Yeah. Jalen Brunson is obviously one of the best point guards in the league. Josh Hart, one of the best all-hustle players in the league. You have the pieces right there. I just think that you guys need a new culture, a new philosophy to make sure you get the best out of those players, because I just don't think the current philosophy is working. It hasn't worked the last 2-3 years.
And that's where I think you're crazy, because when we brought Jalen Brunson in, he was not the best point guard in the league. And yet, where is he at now? He's a top 3, top 4 point guard. I mean, we can get into the debate of it.
That's fair. Top 3.
I'm just saying.
Top point guard. I can agree with that. Yeah.
That's who I want in the playoffs personally. You know what I mean? Karl Anthony Towns having the best season of his career. Like I said, there are a lot of pieces missing. You know what I mean? And I think, but I'm appreciating how he's bought in, and I appreciate how Hart and all these guys that dedicate themselves are buying into Tibbs. You know what I mean? So I do think a change needs to be made. If the winning doesn't continue, you know what I mean? If the team doesn't buy in, you know what I mean? But right now, I think at least half the team's bought in. Personally, I don't know. We're losing to Boston by a lot. Like every single game I watch for Boston, it's like I don't even know. Like
because you guys do need a center or someone that can like switch. Because I was watching the game on Sunday. Basically, they were just attacking Cat on defense the whole time. They tried to get Tatum or someone to do a screen, and so Karl Anthony Towns can switch on the ball handler so they can shoot over him, because he has trouble with switching defense. So yeah,
I think we're still missing pieces, which is, I know that's crazy to say because we look pretty stacked, but I I love Josh Hart. He should be a sixth man. Do you know what I'm saying? Josh Hart should be playing the role of McBride, and we should have another player within that. I'm just as much as I love Josh Hart, he's an amazing player.
I think he should be sixth man too. Yeah, so I think once Mitch Robinson comes back, Mitch Robinson, Carlton Towns, OG,
sure,
McCall, Brunson,
sure,
and then Josh Hart come off the bench.
Yeah, the thing is, Nobi and Mitch Robinson, that how long is the health going to outlast for? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think I'm not saying they haven't been taking care of themselves. I'm just saying that look at Embiid. He played in the Olympics. He didn't take care of himself, and now he's getting injections every single game.
Yep.
That cannot be good for him.
And plus, with a missing big man, you're going to face teams like the Cavs, who have Mobley and Jared Allen. You're going to face teams like the Celtics, Porzingis. You're going to face teams with the Pacers that has Miles Turner. You're going to face Giannis. You're going to face Jalen Duren. You're going to face a lot of teams with good centers.
What do the Celtics have? They have Porzingis. They have Horford.
Yeah.
Who else do you got?
Luke Cornett, who dropped a double on Cat at MSG the previous game.
Yeah, Luke Cornett's not. I like to make fun of him sometimes, but he good. Yeah. He like not look at the screen good. You know what I mean? Like he like, oh God, you're not gonna cover Luke Cornett in the corner? Stupid. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You only got so much time. And then so I mean I agree with you. Maybe a change does need to happen, but I think this team needs to play more together and get off the injury bug.
They need to figure out before Brunson turns 30, in my opinion.
It's 2 years. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah. I think he can win at 32, at 33, but I think that's a lot to ask for somebody who plays a lot of minutes.
Yeah. I mean, they have nice depth. They just got to put it together. But
I hear you, Jax.
Okay. That's basically everything. Is there anything last second you want to talk about? Last words?
I don't know much. Do you want to go first on last words?
Sure. Right. First off, for the gaming channel, make sure you check out the Ball Central Gaming. That's our gaming channel where we play WWE, sports games, NBA, NFL, MLB, etc., because WWE 2K25 comes out next week. But I need to finish one series from 2K24, the My Rise Storytelling series. So I'll be going live here and there to finish it up. Also, we're going back to live streams very soon. I think I did a live stream the other day on there. So for any games, like NBA games, we're bringing back playback as well. So stay tuned. Me and John will be doing a lives on the road, especially during the playoffs. Hey, maybe even the NFL draft. And we will do like NFL draft videos as well. So yeah, just stay tuned to everything, all our socials, because we have a lot planned up for this upcoming spring/summer. So hey, make sure you stay tuned.
I'm excited. All right, for my last words, I want to talk about some football real quick. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford. You think he's going to bounce from the Rams?
It'd be stupid for him to do so.
I would agree to a point, but what if he came to the Giants?
I saw that, yeah.
Oh, what if he came to the Giants? Ooh!
I mean, I don't think he should. I don't think he should go to the Raiders either. I think he should stay. If it depends what he wants. If he wants to make money and just right off the sunset, okay, sure, go. But if you still want to compete for championships, your best spot to go is still to stay in LA.
Sure.
No one else has a better option than them.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants don't have the offensive line that you're looking for. I don't mean to be like that, but
and they just have Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, and the Aaron Rodgers also apparently acquired on the Giants, and if we're talking Giants quarterbacks, I personally would like either Ward or Sanders, but at the same time, I realize that might not be the faith. Tennessee and Cleveland picked before them, and they both have horrible things. And one person we're not even talking about is Deshaun Watson. I think he gets released or traded in the Myles Garrett thing too, just because I think they're done with him. I think. At least that's the news that I'm hearing out of Cleveland with some of the people I watch.
Yeah, Myles Garrett did not sign an extension either, so he's probably more likely gone as well.
But, I mean, there are a lot of great players in this draft that I'm excited about. Abdul Carter.
Yeah, you better hope Cleveland or Tennessee picks. He goes to one of them.
You think? I mean, I think they'll go to Cleveland because Myles Garrett does not want to be there. So I think they'll have to draft a replacement. But At the same time,
guaranteed you Sanders or Cam. So
I would also like Travis Hunter. I'm smiling because guess what?
Would you want him as a DB, a wide receiver, or try your best to get him at both?
I'm gonna say what I told my aunt. He's the Shohei Ohtani of football.
That would be tough.
And it's tough, but it is what it is. All right, like, and you're acting like we don't have holes on both sides. So it's just like, and I don't know if it works. Like, I doubt they do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm really not for drafting a rookie quarterback that's not Sanders or Ward later in this draft. Like, I'm not for Jackson Dart in the second round or later in the first round. I'm not for a bunch of people realistically, but like
yours.
Yours is interesting, but once again, I'd want to get him as a steal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the Giants are in reaching of you need a quarterback right now, and I think that's why they will go veteran to save their job. But also, I mean, it depends what Tennessee and Cleveland does, and it's scary because I'm not a fan of Joe Shane realistically. So if I had to be honest with you, I would like Matthew Stafford and Kupp to come to the Giants. I don't think it's feasible with both of them personally, but I think it would be cool.
Yeah, they're gonna want top dollar.
Well, they already have top. You know what I mean? It's just like, what are you gonna trade your third overall pick for Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp?
It might have to. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. You must be out your mind.
I mean, that's a Super Bowl winning quarterback and wide receiver combo.
Cooper Kupp didn't do anything for the last 6 games of the year.
True, in the playoffs, but you know how the Rams will be thinking. We want.
They want top dollar, but they ain't getting top dollar. You know, that's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah. But you guys do have to battle against the Raiders for that trade as well, then.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think that's an interesting trade to have.
Yep. Tom Brady took him skiing the other day. That's that. Yeah. He wants them in Vegas badly. He said, "Here, you can visit my house. We can go skiing, etc., etc." Yeah, he took him on a trip.
I wonder. Oh, appreciate it, Chris. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, but no, yeah. I mean, I'm interested in to see what Tom Brady does because I also think that Aaron Rodgers goes to
very fair as well.
I think
he's already retired. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to get hit again, and plus he has that Fox job. If anything happens to him and he can't do that Fox job anymore, oof.
He's making so much money off that Fox job too. It's crazy. Yeah. But no, I think I'd like Brady to come back. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm always for a quarterback, but I also think, and this is gonna sound really stupid, but I also think Aaron Rodgers could go to San Francisco. I think he might spend his last 2 years there because Brock Purdy's under contract too.
Just go to Minnesota, complete the Brett Favre arc.
I can't. As much as I want to see that happen, he's so much better than Brett Favre.
Yeah, apparently, because Sam Darnold might go to the Rams, and Matt Stafford might go to Minnesota or the Raiders, there might be some movement.
There definitely might be. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. I think we definitely got to make a video. No, I want Aaron. I want to. Now I'm just what are you putting me in a little hole?
It's way too much drama over the last 2 years.
There's been a lot of drama. Aaron Glenn, our head coach, already kind of parted ways, I think, and they shouted out Quentin Williams, number 95, who he did not like that decision. He vocally said that on Instagram or something, and he said there are going to be a lot of decisions people don't like by the time I'm done here. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I mean, I like any Jet or Giant that's played for us. You know what I mean? I'm a Giants Jets fan through and through. And
Darrelle Revis?
Yeah, love him. Even though he won a Super Bowl, Saquon Barkley, want me to name them all? You want me to name them all who won a Super Bowl without me? Come on now. It is what it is.
That's a long list, so yeah.
Bring back Odell, all right? Bring back Odell, all right? Why not? I'm just saying, as a Giants fan. But, yeah, those are my last words.
Yeah, so
you see I'm ticking for football. We got to do another video.
So maybe me and John could do a video for the Patriots draft wants and needs. John could do a Giants or Jets draft wants and needs. That could be some great videos we can post on the sites. If you're watching or if you're watching the replay or listening, let us know what kind of NFL videos do you want? We can do a back in time type of video where we react to different moments in NFL history. We can do all teams draft wants and needs. Where who would we pick in the draft for the NFL? The draft is coming up in a month or two, and maybe we could just do a like random NFL videos. Let us know what you want to see. We're doing content for y'all, so whatever y'all want, me and John could talk back and forth, and we could try to make up with some ideas.
Facts.
But we got to make sure that you guys want to see it as well.
Facts.
So we're making the content basically for us, but for y'all as well. So yeah,
because we have different interests, and I like that Elijah likes NASCAR, and I like WNBA, and you know what I mean. Like
we like WNBA. Hold on,
we like WNBA. Okay, well, there's a little Sabrina Ionescu type of thing going down. By the way, I looked up some stats for my favor of that. I just want to put that New York athletes, but
yeah.
By the way, Sabrina Ionescu, third on the best sellers of jerseys. I just want to put that out there. Mm-hmm. Ooh, great snow games. That's fire. I'm with that. We could do a top 5. I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. Okay. We can write some of this down. Okay. Yeah. Larry, you have us on TikTok. Feel free to send us any ideas whenever. If you want to send us any ideas, DM on IG, Twitter, Facebook, whatever y'all feel like, whatever works best for y'all.
Phil, last thing I forgot. I'm sorry about it. I don't mean to bring it up.
Great sports movies. We could do me and John top 5. That's random. No.
Yeah. But Phil, the last thing. Did you hear that the Green Bay Packers have challenged the play of the tush push?
They want to get rid of it. Yeah.
They want to get rid of it. Phil, Can I tell you why it's stupid real quick? Can I tell you why the Green Bay Packers are stupid? Because if you look in sports history, right, the Great Ice Bowl, how did the Great Ice Bowl end, Phil? It ended on a quarterback sneak with Bart Starr. The guys that created the quarterback sneak now say it shouldn't be implemented. I'm just putting that out there. It out there.
We actually have 6 viewers. Wow. This is the most we had in a while. I said we talk about NFL. Oh, there we go.
Hey, we're going to get to it.
Honestly, I like the great sports movies idea. Maybe me and John could do a top 5 for each or top 10.
But we also have to, I think the criteria of that is also sports accuracy. Because The Blind Side is a beautiful movie.
But now we know inaccurate as hell.
Yeah, or what is it? Moneyball? Beautiful movie, but inaccurate, unfortunately.
Yeah. My favorite sports movie is Love and Basketball. So
okay, mine's Remember the Titans. Little also inaccurate, but it is what it is.
True. So hey, that is the pod for the week. Next week, feel free to make sure you check out our socials so you know when we go live. Sometimes it could be Tuesday, sometimes it could be Thursday, etc. Stay tuned for that. Check out all our socials. Check out all of us on the audio platforms, as we usually upload it after the live. Check the gaming channel for gaming content this week and next week, especially with WWE and MLB around the corner. Check out personals as well. It's on our IG. So John, I do my stuff. Well, I don't really post on my IG, but I usually just repost Baller Central and IBT stuff. But John, check out his stuff. He has his website on there as well. A lot of great photography as well. Talented photographer. Got to make sure to give him his props, flowers every single time. And yeah, just check out everything. If you rock with us, feel free to show support and put notifications on so you know when we upload or give out certain news. So with that being said, we are out. Enjoy the outro. Thank you, Chris and Larry, for pulling up. Always appreciate it when y'all come through and give us any type of feedback or just want to chill. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
With that being said, we are out. Deuces.
He's a producer.
Hey. Look, this Sega days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless. Bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. Then I ain't trying to replace you. For you, my mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of raps. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.